there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Giants come away with a 7-point win. The Texans lost this one, but will stay at number 4 in the AFC South. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Chargers pick up their 6th win of the year. The Dolphins drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. Kevin Barlow ate up over 100 yards on the ground and helped his 49ers beat the Seahawks. By the coal mines of Pittsburgh, we had the Steelers edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Titans, Chiefs. Priest Holmes was such a tough runner. Split in the backfield at the 35-yard line, and look at him stiff-arm that defender, and it opens up the hole for a touchdown. The Chiefs go on to win this by the final score of 24-21. Up in Ford Field, we had the Lions fall by 10 points. The Eagles got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Texas Stadium. The Colts won in impressive fashion on the road and will now head home to meet the Broncos. The Browns won this contest but will stay at the first place in the AFC North. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Saints win their 9th game of the year. Vikings, Panthers. Dante Culpepper surveys the defense at the 25. Extra receivers split out. That's the tight end. Even though he's got double coverage, heads to the corner, touchdown. What a throw. The Vikings win this one by the final score of 14-10. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Castro is on the move as he gets a contract for what can only be referred to as crazy money. 6 years, $3.9 million. Jabril Wilson will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Cardinals. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Jason Gilden is probably the one that most leaps out at you. It's a torn calf muscle, and the doctors are estimating he'll be out for the rest of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Aaron Brooks sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. He's suffering from symptoms of a concussion, and he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Anquan Boldin will miss the remainder of the year, and this is a big blow to this passing game because he was obviously a main target. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Corey Chavis is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Richard Seymour had another good performance in the win and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. The Reverend Isaac Bruce had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Rams beat the Cardinals. And in our final game, we had the Bears come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And with the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys view their upcoming bowl game as more or less an open audition for NFL scouts everywhere. Lynch is one guy I look at that's come a long way the past couple of years to be where he is now. 6'2", 177, out of SMU. And this is a guy that's shown absolutely blazing speed in his ball games this fall. His closing speed combined with his quick feet and hands have scouts salivating over his potential. Pena is another name that's becoming well known in NFL circles. As a corner, he's effectively controlled his side of the field all year long, and his makeup speed and great instincts make him almost certain to be one of the first corners drafted. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
Yes, indeed, just 1 week to go and the playoff picture's starting to take shape. But still some areas that'll need to be cleared up next weekend. We'll start with a look at the AFC playoff picture. Meanwhile, over in the NFC, The playoff picture looks like this. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
And that'll do it here for Pivotal Week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level, and each is going to take home a game ball. Great work, fellas. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.